Back. This is Monty once again from DPL Surveillance Equipment. Thank you. We're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties on all the products. We have 24/7, 365 tech sales and customer support. We have an extremely large video library, and where you can see us demonstrate and show you the various angles and pictures of products. You know, we want you to see the front and the back and how they operate, and take a look at how to use trackers and bug detectors and nanny cameras, narcotics detectors, x-ray baggage scanners, explosive detectors, etc. Thank you. And we also have live chat, 24/7 live chat service, so chat with us anytime. And let me see, if you have any questions regarding the products and the services that we offer, just give us a call anytime. 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Now, this particular session is not so much about surveillance or security, but about merchants in general. Occasionally, we like to go off topic a little bit, and we like to talk about things that affect your business, things that affect your life, and this is one of those particular critical areas, particularly for merchants. If you own a business, online business or offline for that matter, you may want to pay close attention. Thanks. Now, this particular session is all about the relationship or the comparison between Bitcoin, what you've heard me talk a lot about, hopefully. If you haven't, look up Bitcoin, Bitcoin, and check it out. Check out my videos, check out my articles. We're trying to get people to understand why it's important and how it operates in the real world, and how it can actually benefit consumers and merchants. And I just came across an incident today, a personal experience with my company. I want to share it with you. Okay, it goes something like this. We use a bank that a few of you have heard of in the news lately, for better or for worse, called Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, once upon a time, you didn't hear so much negative information about them, but unfortunately, they've been in the news, like I said, for a lot of, they've been in the news more than they should have lately. Okay. Now, this particular situation is kind of interesting, mainly because I signed up with Wells Fargo as to let them manage my merchant account, because I was under the impression that alongside with our regular business checking account and some personal accounts, I thought I would give them the opportunity to service my merchant account, or handle the merchant processing rather, for my business, or for my online business. Now, we've been dealing with chargebacks and certain things like every other company, online or offline, and occasionally you get a chargeback, and sometimes you can resolve them amicably, between both people, the merchant and the customer, and it's no big issue. And sometimes you get those customers, though, who do try to take advantage of the system. And unfortunately, there is something called credit card abuse, and credit card abuse is very real, and you do have to look out for it. Credit card abuse simply means that, one of the manifestations of credit card abuse, for instance, involves a situation where a customer knows full well that they don't want to keep a product, that they don't want to use it for very long. They just want to buy it, use it, as I mentioned, and then return it for whatever reason. Okay, wrong color, wrong day of the year, wrong phase of the moon, you name it. They make up a reason, and because of the way the credit card industry is set up, the customers typically go crying to their credit card issuers, and the credit card issuers have a form, and you check off whatever box that you want to, and that typically allows you to make up a reason. Even if it doesn't even fit the situation, you just check a box, and that's your reason. And then the merchant, like my company, the burden is on us to figure out how to handle the issue. We have to prove that we're innocent, okay? But we're construed as guilty first, and then we have to prove that we did everything correctly. Now, in this particular situation, I want you guys to be aware of, because you need to be careful of all these situations where you're dealing with merchant processors and credit card issuers and banks. Because again, when Bitcoin finally evolves to the point where it's more prevalent and more dominant and used more frequently, we won't have this problem here. Which in this case, it involves a customer who's been given a tracking number because we sent the product to the customer and they failed to go to the post office on time and pick it up. And so we sent the product back out after it came to us. And I think there may be an address correction that we provided. So we sent it back out according to the customer with the correct address. And they're still hesitating or not quickly going over to the post office. So we're looking at the tracking number, and it's, at a local post office on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. The customer is not is claiming that they're having trouble picking it up. Okay, even though we're looking at the tracking number, we can clearly see that it's at their local post office, and it's on its. Actually, it's been updated to the point where it's en route to its destination. So far as we can tell, looks like the product is en route to the destination, but lo and behold, the customer does a chargeback. Now, this is kind of interesting, mainly because a chargeback usually means that the credit card issuer tells the bank, take the money out of the account. We don't care whether or not you have a valid reason for refuting the chargeback, or you basically have to prove that you're entitled to your own money. So the credit card issuer tells the bank to take the money out of the account, which means you have less working capital to work with. So at that point, you have to do without that particular amount of money, and then you have to. In my case, I have to give the credit card, give the bank the credit card, give the bank the tracking number, let them know that the product has been sent out and we're not in the possession of the product, and we're waiting for the customer to pick it up, or waiting for the postman to deliver the product to the customer. So the customer, unfortunately, is in a position where they get a chance to keep their money at this point, and until we can get it back, and in addition to the product. So this is an issue because some customers realize how the system works, and they will literally wait until the product is almost in their hands, and then they'll claim that they're not in receipt of the product or something, and then they get a chance to keep the product for a certain period of time until we can prove that we've done everything that we're supposed to do, and then we hopefully will get the product back intact or in a timely manner, or either get our money back. Yep, either one. But the reason why I'm bringing this to you guys' attention is because these are old school tactics that are only capable of being executed in a situation under the old paradigm, under the old set of rules and regulations with the credit card companies and issuers and banks. In the new world, what's going to happen is the Bitcoin transactions are basically like cash. You'll deal with the merchants. When you purchase a product using Bitcoin, more than likely, that's going to be just like a cash-based transaction. And the customer and the merchant will work it out to their satisfaction, and we won't have to worry about MasterCard and Visa and American Express and those guys telling banks what to do, what not to do. And the banks, of course, are definitely afraid of losing that business from the credit card issuers. So, yeah, they're beholden to the credit card issuers, and they know full well a lot of these transactions are bogus. A lot of these customer complaints are chargebacks are bogus, rather. Not the transactions themselves, but a lot of the the chargebacks are bogus and they shouldn't be allowed in the first place. This is basically equivalent to someone telling you that you're guilty, and then first, and then you have to prove you're innocent. But I think the Constitution states that we're actually innocent until proven guilty. At least that's what the legal system is set up in the United States. You're supposed to be construed as being innocent, and first, and then if someone wants to, prove that you committed a crime or something, then that's a different story. Okay, but the burden shouldn't be on banks. I mean, the burden shouldn't be on merchants, for instance, to prove that we're entitled to our money. If someone wants to contact the merchant and ask them what's going on ahead of taking the money out of the account, then that's another thing. But anyway, the system is broken. The system is flawed. I just want to let you guys know. This is one thing that happens. And I'm dealing with Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is dealing with MasterCard and Visa and those guys. And they will literally take every dime out of your account, charge you humongous discount fees, and you will have to beg and plead and to get your money back from those guys. So in my case, I'm going to give them the tracking number, and I'm going to wait 3 to 5 days for them to receive electronic documents stating that this is a tracking number and this thing is in transit, and it probably be delivered, or if it's not delivered already, within a day or two, to the customer, and the customer will have my product, have my money, and then I have to wait up to 7 to 10 business days from that point for the for the bank to actually work on this thing and get some sort of resolution. So anyway, this is something that Satoshi Nakamoto has worked on, and he's making sure that we don't have to worry about, in the new Bitcoin-based economy, we don't have to worry about all of these issues left over from this legacy banking system, our payment system. We can be reassured that a transaction is final, and we can basically deal with our customers. Our customers will deal with us, merchants, and merchants will deal with customers. That's the way. We don't need 4 or 5 intermediaries who just take out statement fees, batch fees, processing fees, discount fees, and all of these fees, in addition to reporting every single sale to the IRS, in addition to giving all this information to any federal, state government agency that wants it. So this is an example. I hope you guys got the gist of it. But make sure you understand this is left over from the legacy banking system. And hopefully when we convert over to the new Bitcoin economy, we can put Wells Fargo, Citibank, Elavon, MasterCard, and Visa, and American Express. We'll put those guys out of business, and things will work a lot smoother, a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently. And hopefully the economy, the e-commerce economy, will start booming at that point, because we can wring the fat out of the system and get the intermediaries and the middlemen, all these people out of the system, and we can quickly move into the situation where things working the way they're supposed to work, as compared to having these fat gray bastards who are dominating every single thing we do. They're the gatekeepers to commerce on the internet. They're basically dictate what you can do and what you can't do with your own money, which is ridiculous. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I just wanted to get that out there so maybe you can avoid dealing with some of the things that I'm dealing with, okay, going forward. All right, guys, have a great day, and thank you. As usual, we appreciate when you guys join these sessions, and hopefully you embrace Bitcoin, use it as a payment alternative, a payment choice for your customers, and encourage your customers, encourage other people to use it, to adopt it, and start taking advantage of it. And that way we can just quickly bypass all these other guys, the banks and the credit card issuers and the processors and such. So if you have any need for surveillance and security equipment, the bug detectors, the nanny cameras, the audio listening devices, etc., give us a call. 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Have a great day. Thank you. Share this with a friend, enemy, relative, associate. We don't care who you share it with. Just share it with someone. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.